Okay, take a moment to close your eyes and just I've heard the term drop in before. This sense that you can close your eyes and the mind just instinctively knows to get quiet and that you've got a center that you are accustomed to falling into. So take a breath with your eyes closed. Allow your hands to be in your lap. You're pulling your attention away from the world, from your computer, from your phone, all the things. And just relax into this moment here, right now. Again, let your eyes be closed and just bring your complete and full awareness to watching what's going on inside your heart and inside your mind. So the breath is moving and you're finding this peaceful state inside. And from this perspective, this point of view, you're feeling what your heart is feeling. Maybe it feels grumpy, or maybe your energy is just a little stirred up for some reason or another, but just recognize that. And spiritually, energetically, take a step back from whatever the heart is feeling, just so you can witness it. Just to create a little more space between the energy or emotions or moods, whatever is predominant in your energy structure, and just step back a little bit with your perception. Create a little more space. Now take that same awareness and put it on the mind. So that maybe there are things that you have to do today and they're just kind of gently swimming around inside your head, ideas, projects, meetings, things that you want to be prepared for. Take a breath and just note. In the same way that you saw the energy of your heart and you took a spiritual or energetic step back, see the energetic happenings of the mind, the thinking patterns, the worries, the concerns, and smile at them and step back. Just create a little more space so that you're actually watching your thoughts, watching the energy of the heart. And from this perspective, it's much easier to not get pulled into its drama, to not get pulled into reactivity. So we're starting our meditation with a very clear awareness of our inner state, as reflected to us by the heart and the heart energy, the mood, and the mind, the thoughts, how fast the mind is spinning. And now let's breathe together and just let all of that relax. You put your attention on those spaces, the heart and the mind, and your instruction and your goal and your mission was just to gently back away, to create a little more space. Because as we have been taught many times, we know that we are not our thoughts. We're not the energy of the heart. Those vary from day to day and moment to moment. And as a human, you don't get to control the energies of the heart and the energy of the mind. You don't get to control that. What you can do is witness it and relax and create the conditions for the mind and the heart to be at peace. And that's what we're practicing right now. It's the point of meditation. And it's a core skill for stepping away from anxiety, from disturbance. This is how we find peace with ourselves. It's not that disturbance isn't in the world. Of course, it's in the world. And it's not that you're going to be able to avoid all the difficult aspects of being human in this world. Of course not. You're going to go through hard stuff. But this space that we just created and the breath that you fill that space with gives you the power to be at peace with everything that happens. That your life is yours to live and not be fearful of. You've been given a life to live, not to be afraid of. So take a breath. We're going to breathe together, sharing intention, sharing energy, sharing support for each other. So breathe in through the nose to a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your heart, expand the chest, and release the breath out of the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring the breath into the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opening and expanding. And release the breath out of the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring the breath in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heart open, creating space, creating calmness, and release the breath out of the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's beautiful. So continue breathing on your own. But notice how that rhythm and the slowing down of the breath and taking slightly longer to exhale than inhale is creating a space of peace physiologically with your body. So keep breathing. But at the top, the beginning of this meditation, we talked about how you can learn to fall into this space of peace and quiet and openness. And as you're watching your breath, you're watching the space that's created by your awareness, you're falling into that space. You're creating a roadmap for finding peace, even in the midst of the most challenging and difficult circumstances. So continue to feel the breath moving in and out. And feel your system settling. That the rhythm of your breathing is creating peace. That the mind is slowing down and opening and relaxing with the space that you're giving it. You're creating a new habit, a new practice of being at peace. Anxiety and nerves are literally as habitual as drinking coffee in the morning. That which we classify as anxiety and doubt and fear just essentially run on a clock inside our awareness as a way to energize and power our existence. That is, we have been taught and we have learned that we need this intense vibrational energy to meet the challenges of our human lives. We've seen our guides, our parents, those who we respect and love, often preach to us that We need to worry. We need to cover all the bases. We need to have just a sense of anxiousness around all of the information that's up for grabs in our day, and to nail down all the variables to create control in this world. That control equals safety. So in this moment where you're sitting with intention, where you've come to this call, this meditation with a purpose of opening and feeling something deep inside yourself, I'm asking you to feel the depth of your peace. That somewhere deep inside you, you know profoundly that you are going to be okay. You know profoundly that your life is an act of love, and all of the humanness that you need to work through to do your dharma, to do your mission, to create a life does not have to be driven by fear, doubt, anxiety. That's all. I'm just asking you in this space of peace as you meditate to recognize that anxiety is not something that you need to have to be productive, to keep up. That anxiety is actually a distraction. That anxiety is an over focusing on the narrow range of difficulties and doubts that we carry. And in this space of meditation, in this work that we are doing to create space between the energies of our heart and how we respond to them, and the energies and thought patterns of our mind and how we don't have to identify with it, we are creating space to question anxiety, habitual anxiety. So breathe with that. See your anxiety as a thing. It's as an element, almost like a tail that just hasn't quite fallen off yet. And you don't need it, but you think you need it, but you're evolving beyond the need for a tail. And anxiety is that. It's a thing that's been with you. It's been an accepted part of your repertoire of finding energy to do hard things, but you don't need it anymore. You're breathing and you're relaxing and you're opening and feeling and seeing from space, from distance, how anxiety comes and anxiety goes. And you can smile at just the thought that there's a habitual form of motivation and that you can relax with it. Feel the breath moving in and out of your body. Feel the heart space opening and relaxing through whatever it's going through. And feel the mind going through its eternal discussions, and see that anxiety doesn't help any of that. And that by awareness, you can step away from the habit of resting in anxiety, of believing anxiety. That when you're focused on such a small aspect of your life, and you can only see that which is worrisome and doubtful, that your whole world looks wearisome and doubtful. And that will bring the energy of anxiety into your life. You can step away, you can open your heart, and at least from the standpoint of logic, understand fully You have lots going on, and some of it is comfortable and some of it is uncomfortable. Your life is changing. It's just in the middle of changing. That's the constant state of a human life. Relationships are getting stronger, relationships are getting weaker. They're coming and they're going. You're aging. You look different than you did 5 years ago. You feel different. So to be at peace with all of that is to allow yourself to go through life more connected with spirit than the world. Because with all of the changes, the evolving, how so much of our life just is constantly in flux, there is no control. And the mind, in clinging to a desire for control, creates hell for itself. So keep the breath moving in and out. Stay focused. Stay focused on the energy inside. And if you feel tired, relax into that. If you feel fired up, relax into that. But just continue to see the space and feel the space that you're creating as your way to not have to identify with thoughts and not have to identify with energies. So settle in, settle in. As you're continuing to breathe and open, continue to see the habitual nature of that which worries us, that which concerns us, and smile. Because within that very narrow viewpoint of life that anxiety provides, it's not too hard to break that habit, to step away from anxiety and just look around, look at the fullness of what's going on in your day, your life, and break the pattern of feeling only anxiety, only fear, only doubt. The breath helps to quiet the mind, to help pull energy away from fear, doubt, and worry, to pull energy from the stories that we tell ourselves. This is our life's mission, to learn to relax and be at peace while in this constant change, this constant state of flux, this constant evolving. To be okay and to smile. In the Stoic philosophies, they talk about the concept of amor fati, which is more than just being willing to accept the difficulty of our lives, but really loving everything that comes our way. And it's a profound, practical way to reduce anxiety, to love that which comes your way, the difficulty, the challenge to ego, the loss of love and relationships. Love it. Love it. To see the long-term effect of working with your stuff as opposed to the immediate effect of the energy on your perceived level of happiness. To be able to raise your eyes to the long-term view. That's what it means to keep your eye on the pole star of your life, to be single with that eye, to be focused. Because the long-term view, this sense of your growth and your evolvement being the most important aspect of your life, that is very, very close to giving your life to God. Because in both instances, both cases, your comfort is not the immediate driving mission. It's not about you. It's not about your ego. That your work to use practical aspects of meditation and chanting to follow your dharma, to do your work. It raises you, but it raises everyone around you too. That when you don't focus on your own needs and you focus on your growth and the reduction of ego, the letting go of mind traffic and heart, you're giving a gift to the rest of the world. And that's what it means to go to God. That's what it means to live your life in the highest. And this ability to take your focus off short-term anxiety producing worries and concerns and lift your eye and lift your heart to see the wholeness and fullness of your life, to see the beauty of those around you and appreciate them, even when they're being difficult or even when life is difficult, to have love and respect and enthusiasm for every aspect of this life that you've been given. The good parts, the bad parts, the hard parts, the beautiful flowering of relationship, the painful ending of relationship, to love all of it and to see your power in engaging with all of it as a child of God, as a child of the universe, as a deep and powerful reflection of energy of the quantum field. This is how you engage fully. This is how you find joy in the little things, to find fullness in the everyday, regular exercises of this existence that you've been given, this beautiful privilege that you've been given to be alive on this planet. That's the truth. It's a miracle that you're here. And it's a miracle that you've had love. And it's a miracle that you've lost love. And it's a miracle that in every day, another encounter, another action, another opportunity, another loss. This life is a movie. It's a dramatic novel of incredible power that you're living through. Anxiety robs you of that. Anxiety makes you want to control this beautiful movie, this beautiful novel, to know the outcome before the drama has even taken place. Live fully. Live with a mystery. Anxiety is seeking an answer to a problem that doesn't exist. Anxiety is telling you that you're not enough and you're not good enough. So the moment by moment practice is to recognize that and to breathe with it. No shortcuts, no hacks, no emergency measures. It's the slow, verifiable admission that there is a part of us that can't be okay. And to smile at that part, to love that part, to see the ridiculousness of fear that you were born to this world and you will die from this world. You can make the most of every minute, every second. So honestly facing that which you're going through, being at peace with who you are. So this meditation is about awareness, deep, powerful awareness of the mind and the heart, and recognizing that you don't have to identify with everything that comes up, that you're creating every moment through your relationship with life, with God, with the energy, with consciousness, with the soul. You're creating a new possibility, not of control, but of gratitude and a willingness to accept that which is happening to you. That is the true and powerful and beautiful meaning of surrender. To be okay, to be happy, to be in love with who you are and the life that you're living. You're going to be just fine. You can walk into the world with a smile on your face and work on that which is in front of you, and know that God is walking with you, that there are people who love you. And by your life of service, you raise everyone around you. As Meher Baba said, true happiness lies in making other people happy. You'll go through the day And instead of being intensely focused on your own doubt, fear, you'll notice the expressions on other people's faces. You can smile. You can recognize what they're going through because you've been through it. You can share the energy of love through a smile, through patience. Maybe you let somebody enter an intersection before you drive forward. Maybe you let somebody in front of you at the grocery store. Maybe you just stay high and share a smile with a homeless person or anyone who's in pain, going through a difficult life. The highest form of what you can do with anxiety and fear and doubt and all of your challenges is to become somebody who brings energy into other people's lives, a ray of light, a spark of hope. Just smile, just smile, and see what that does for you. See what that does for your heart. See how that changes your perspective from your pain and your anxiety to that of being a beautiful light, a representative of God's love, an agent of God's love. That's where the peace is. That's where the joy. That's how your life evolves in a beautiful way. That's how you fulfill this beautiful privilege of being a human on this planet. No one owes you anything. Just go be happy. You have enough. You have what you need. Let your energy be free to move forward and watch what you create. Watch what comes into your existence. When you manifest healing, you manifest all of the externalities that you think life needs to give you. Manifest healing with your attitude, your heart, your attachment, and everything else will be taken care of. That's the promise of God. Seek ye first the kingdom of righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you. Now feel this beautiful energy and light inside you. Feel who you are. Feel the truth of your energy and open to it. Just for this moment, just in this very moment, appreciate who you are. Appreciate how hard you've worked and the love you bring to the world. How every moment you've done literally the best you could. And let that grow. Let that be awareness of self. This beautiful, energetic state that you bring to the world of love and kindness and growth. You do that, your life will be amazing and beautiful. Create a world better than the one you entered. Live in a space of love that you brought. You reflect and you radiate. Your smile is an amazing ray of beauty and joy. Feel it inside and share it. Share it with everyone. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter why. Share your joy. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.